links to the item. Good job, Todd. We pressed record.
You remembered. I almost forgot.
Good job. Although we missed your great intro that you did.
That's okay.
That's too funny.
That's
Call
the
us. We'll give you
bonus.
the intro. Yeah. So these reference materials are direct links to kvCORE's help library, terms dictionary, smart campaigns, report overview, and how to make automated birthday and purchase anniversary posts. So in the chat, I'm sending links to those direct resources again, and be sure to bookmark those because I promise you will come back to it. So much so that I want to spend 2 minutes showcasing the kvCORE. What did I call that? It was the kvCORE help library. This is the master website for all things tutorials. So this page just scrolls and scrolls and scrolls, and it takes you directly to instructional pages on a wide variety of things. So go through those links. That's the one I wanted to take 2 seconds to quickly show you. All right. So diving right in, the first thing Todd and I wanted to show you is a segment about sharing listings, open houses, anything listing related to your Facebook page. And the reason we wanted to show this, and Todd, you'll probably chime in, we see so many agents sharing links to Open Door websites or Redfin websites or various websites out there to promote a listing. That doesn't help you guys, because when people click that link, that goes to Open Door, that goes to Redfin, that goes to whatever website you're linking them to. And we want you guys to know you can directly link any listing that's in the MLS, equity, non-equity listings. You can create a Facebook post on by directing them to your kvCORE website, so that lead goes directly to your website. Anything you want to echo there, Todd, while I pull up this feature on the back end?
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up. But again, when you share Media Max or RE Colorado, people can click on it, but it doesn't do anything. This, when they click on it, they are directed to your website, and then they can ask for more information. They can have a CMA, they can do all kinds of things, and it starts tracking them automatically, and we'll put them into one of these campaigns we show you. Automatically get a text message from you, automatically get an email from you. Anything else you do out there, none of that happens. And for anyone that's concerned, none of this comes back to equity. So I'm not like, oh, they want to get our database, or we have no control over. This is a third-party kvCORE. So if anyone's like, oh, I don't want someone to have my stuff, no one has your stuff other than kvCORE, which is just a third-party company like anyone else having your stuff. So this is 100% your website, database, everything. We can't see it. So just for anyone that might be concerned that equity is, Big Brother or something.
Yeah. Well, and here's a perfect example. I created a post. Check out Mindy Sanders' new listing in Centennial. Contact me today if you'd like to schedule a private showing. I'm never too busy for your referrals. And as you'll see, it's this really cool preview to my direct kvCORE website, paulweininger.equityrealestateusa.com. When people click on it, this is kind of what Todd was mentioning. Look at all the cool stuff they can do. They can, of course, look through the pictures, but then they can chat with you. They can ask you a question. They can request showings, which, like Todd said, all of this stuff points back to you. So if a user clicks any of these links, you will be notified. And it's not just some generic notification. Someone clicked on a link on your website. It uses Facebook. It requires the person to log into Facebook, because everyone has Facebook. And it then captures their email address. Dick, I see you shaking your head. We'll say
not
95% of people out there have Facebook. If not, there's other ways to capture that lead. But it's using real contact information. And so you now have an email address and any other profile information from their Facebook page right back there in your CRM. How cool is that? It's kind of scary in some ways. So lots of options. And of course, this is great if you're hosting an open house as well. You want to promote an open house. Let's show you how you can jump in here and post something like this to Facebook in a matter of seconds. Anything else you wanted to show on this page, Todd?
No, I think everyone gets what a post looks like, but yeah, let's show them how easy it is to make this. Because I know we have people like, I don't want to. Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, this is so simple.
And hopefully you saw my video where I showcased this. Keep an eye out in our Facebook groups because we're posting quick videos on this kind of stuff. So from the home screen, all you have to do is click on the listings tab over here. And when you hover over it, you'll see you have options for all MLS listings. You can enter an address and it will pull any active listing from the MLS system. You can click My Listings, straight link to your listings, or company listings for equity specific listings. So since I already posted Mindy Sanders, we'll post Derek Dannenbaum's listing. He's second on the list. So these are all equity listings that are showing up here. And when you click on the link, you'll see a nice overview of that listing. And you're going to see this menu over to the right. More actions, that's what you're looking for. You'll see there's a variety of options. And we want to click on Post to Facebook. It's almost too easy to fail, isn't it, guys?
I mean, I thought our other one that we had was easy with Breakthrough Broker, but this is like silly easy.
It's right there. And there's an important detail that we wanted to showcase here. There's a wide variety of places you can post these listings. So take your time, go slow, look at everything on the page, and you'll see a drop down that says share to newsfeed or story. So that's the default option where it'll post the listing to your Facebook page, like I showed you in my example here. So if we go back, there we go, post to Facebook. You can also share to a friend's timeline, share in a group. So for those of you who are promoting an open house in our Facebook group, just click on share in group, a little pop down, drop down, Equity Colorado. You type in Equity Colorado, the name of our group. And of course, autofill is making that a complication. Bear with me here. Bad example, guys. My autofill is causing problems. But when you type equity, it pulls up the group. Go away, autofill. Okay, we'll move forward. But you can select the group and post your listing to the group, to your Facebook timeline, whatever you see fit. You can even tag people, check in at Equity Real Estate, post an emotion, post to a story. Sky's the limit. Then your post shows up on the public side, and that's where the lead capture systems start taking place. So do we want to see where I click the links I clicked on to get to that one more time?
Yeah, because are we going to show them the other drop downs and more actions? I think we were going to do a real quick overview of that too.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll do that again. So to post any listing, you're just going to click on.
I'm going to answer Vicky's question and a caveat to this. So Vicky,
Thanks.
I don't know if there's a quick and easy way to look at somebody's listing and text that person. I haven't played with it. That's a good question. I'll play with it and I'll get back to you. I'll share that with everyone. Please remember, you must have the listing agent's permission to advertise their stuff. Now, most listing agents are more than happy, especially in today's market, to get as much marketing and advertising as possible. So, just please reach out to that listing agent and say, hey, do you mind if I post your new listing on my page? I'd love to say we just got this. And a great little write-up that you could do is, we just listed this. We did. It's Equity Colorado's listing. We just listed it. So that's fine to do, because when you post it, even though it's maybe it's Vicky's listing, but Katie's going to post it, when Katie goes into that listing, like Paul just showed, and clicked on it and says share, it's going to look like it's Katie's listing. It's going to have all of her information. If anyone clicks on that, it's going to go to her website and her information. So you have to have permission for the listing agent to be posting. But again, that's a great way to help someone promote their listing. So, but I'll find that out for you, Vicky, as far as how quick it is. Does kvCORE automatically put the open house banner on the pic, or do you do that?
Can we wait 1 second?
I'll wait
Todd?
on that one. Yeah.
Oh, I've got answers to both, but Todd,
Oh, okay.
perfect example. If you guys just play back here, it's so easy to find what you're looking for. And in a matter of seconds, you'll see the listing agent's contact info is right there. So you click on the name and you can email Derek right there.
Love
and
it.
say, hey, Derek, beautiful listing. Would love to post it on Facebook if you're okay with that. And then that's sent from your email. So you're going to get a response from Derek straight to your inbox.
That's so cool.
So cool.
Easy. It's easy. You just got to play with this stuff.
Yeah, just play. You can't hurt anything. Yeah. And Carrie, yes, this information is automatically pulled from RE Colorado, the open house. So if you enter the open house information on your listing, kvCORE is going to put that banner on the image for that particular listing.
Good question.
Yeah, and I can show you in detail one more thing real quick. We'll go back to the main listings page. So we'll click on Mindy's listing. And it shows you right there in red if there is an open house scheduled. If not, another great reason to click on Mindy's name and ask her if you can host an open house for her listing.
Yeah, that's much more proactive than just going on Facebook and going, hey, anyone got an open house I can do? Go on there and just say, I'd like to do an open house on any of these. These are in the area that I like to work. Great way. Cool, Paul. Let's jump to that drop down. We got a lot of stuff.
Perfect. Yep. So again, we're under listings, company listings. Choose the listing itself. And then we're looking for more actions. So you can text, you can email to a certain hashtag, which is a group within your, and Todd, you look like you were going to say something. So I'll let you
I was just going to say, why would we use some of these things? So let's just think real quick. I mean, this is your own listing, or you're going to do an open house, or maybe you've got a client and one of our listings just came on the market. And you're like, oh, I bet this would be great for Tom. You could go straight in here and go, oh, geez, Carrie just got this new listing. This would be great for a client of mine. And you could just go straight in here, hit the send via text and go, hey, Tom, this just came on the market in our office. You guys want to go see it? I mean, it's that simple. And then it's going to, again, link back to your site. He responds to you. It's going to be in your database. So all this is, why would you send this to someone? So yeah, send it through a text or continue the other ones that you got there, Paul.
In no particular order, generate QR code. Carrie Schmidt's on the call. Carrie has used QR codes, which is a scannable code that directs people to this website for this particular listing that you're generating the QR code for. kvCORE does that automatically with a click of a button. You have a QR code. You just scan it with your camera and you're directed to that listing. Maybe you put that on a flyer, or maybe you put it on a rider or a sticker on your for sale sign. You can do all kinds of creative things with this. Going back. So hashtags, just to quickly elaborate, those are specific tags of groups for people within your CRM, and you can directly send those to certain people. Maybe you met them at a coffee meetup, and that's the hashtag, Starbucks meet. You could text them mass quantities for that group with the click of a button. The rest are pretty, I feel, self-explanatory.
Yeah, make a flyer, send it to Twitter if you're a Twitter, or Pinterest, Craigslist. I mean, it's as easy as the Facebook post. It's
right
simple.
there.
Any questions on any of those that quick little overview there? Again, play with this stuff. But if you don't have listings, go ask and see if you can advertise to try and build your business. And then obviously, if you have listings, that's an easy way to send some information out. Now, obviously, if you're already in the system, you already got your clients in the system, you take a brand new listing, it's going to send this stuff out to your clients automatically. And these are kind of the things we're going to talk about here real briefly that we're going to jump into.
There's a lot of listings in there too.
Yeah.
Okay, I think if there are no questions.
Hey, Paul.
Oh, I see a question from, hey, Vicky.
I had a question. Going back to the QR code, so
Yeah.
you generate it, but then how do you capture that to use it like on a flyer or something else?
So you can right click on the QR code, click
Oh,
save
got it.
image as,
Okay.
and then that allows you to drag and drop it onto a flyer, or you have a shareable image at that point.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Awesome. Carrie, we'll see if we have an opportunity to test something with your listing back here. Oh, that's good. So I think now we're going to transition to smart campaigns if everybody's ready to move forward. Okay, so we're going to move forward. So smart campaigns. Smart campaigns are kvCORE's automated text and email systems. And there are tons of different campaigns that you can incorporate for certain situations. And so we're going to showcase what some of those campaigns look like and show you how easy it is to keep in contact with people. So from the menu on the left, you're going to hit marketing and then smart campaigns. And I think what we should start with, Todd, and if you want to go a different direction, there are already campaigns that are set up for you. So it's not this overwhelming thing that you have to jump into and create all these campaigns. No, there's so many that are already set up automatically. You just have to start adding people to these campaigns.
And that's just to kind of go over what a campaign is. This is an automated system that will send out messages via email, text, and reminders to you of what to do with a certain client. Okay, maybe it's a hot buyer that's ready to go, or maybe it's someone who's just on the fence, and maybe it's a college student that in 2 years from now, they're thinking of buying. Great. There's an actual campaign you can put them on that will just give them some nice overview for the next year about what it means to be a homeowner and the different ways to buy a house. Or maybe you have someone that thought about being a seller but is not ready. Or maybe you have someone who's ready right this second. So they're already ready to go campaigns with really nice writings in email, text, and then reminders. Again, you need to do more than just have this thing sending them out. It will tell you, hey, you maybe should call them. Hey, have you sent them a text yourself? But anytime that a person will react to one of these campaigns, the system will notify you, and then you can follow up with them again. So that's kind of what a campaign is. So the nosy neighbor, and yeah, it sounds like the next door neighbor is nosy. There's actually some marketing that you can pay for, and there's a whole campaign called Nosy Neighbor, and you can subscribe to it, and it will actually take a geographic area and market to these people from you. So that's what when we first thought out, we thought, oh, it's the guy that came to the open house and just the nosy neighbor. But there's actually a whole marketing campaign built around that. And we're going to talk about those on a later date about the paid things you can do. But everything we're showing today is just part of the system.
And can I bring up the email that you all got from me yesterday or 2 days ago? I was out showing homes in your neighborhood, and I thought about you guys. I was thinking about you. And I will happily show that campaign because there were 80 or 90 agents that responded. I tricked all of you guys. You thought I was checking in. I was checking in genuinely, but that was an automated message from kvCORE. And it just goes to show how great these automated messages are. They don't sound robotic. They sound like genuine responses and, dialogues that you would throw out there. So this is the campaign that I started you guys on as an example. This is the default homeowner sphere campaign. And so we're going to run through some of the impressions that this campaign sends. And you'll see the very first thing, immediately once that person is tagged or added to this campaign, they receive an email saying checking in. And that's the email here where hopefully you guys can see that okay. Can you read that okay? I'll read it. It says, hello, first name. I've been showing a few homes in your area and thought of you. I have a market report that I send out monthly. It's a nice way to stay in touch with people in my network and give them a view of the real estate happening in their area. I'll plan to include you so you can keep on top of the market. As always, let me know if you have any questions or just want to chat. And 80 people who are agents wanted my market report. And I responded to each of you saying, you guys have access to these market reports and you could be sending that exact message to your clients today. Join us for our Zoom class.
Can you imagine if you sent this to your database? I mean, you sent this to agents that already have access to the information and you had 90 people respond. What if you guys sent this to your database? This is, if you don't know who your people are, you're like, I got this huge database or a small database. I really don't even have any buyers right now. If you just took it, don't overthink it. And that's what, please don't overthink this. Well, I wasn't really in the area show. Paul's not even a realtor that shows houses and you guys responded to this. Don't overthink it. Put everyone you know into this campaign and start relationships again and talking and having people go, hey, I forgot that you're in real estate, or hey, I'd like, it's so simple. It's so good. Where's Julie? Julie, you got to.
Yeah, Julie's on here.
Julie needs to speak up right now because she.
Yes.
So tell us, Julie.
Here, I'll stop screen share so we can see you.
Yes, we want to see Julie.
Hi, Julie.
I mean, you guys have to help each other and tell people that this stuff works, because they're like, oh, I'm going to wait to see what happens. Great. Well, everyone else is making money and this works. You're waiting to see if it works. Are you kidding me? We got to jump in.
No, it's funny because, okay, so I uploaded my whole database and then I realized I wanted to take the time one by one to try and organize it. And I started with one client who I went on a listing appointment. And then ever since then, I've been following up and he's kind of ghosted me. I just never heard back. So I changed this client to just say he was in my sphere. And next thing I know, like a few hours later, I'm getting an email from him, a reply to an email that I supposedly sent. And he was like, hey, and he just followed up with me, like, keep me in touch. Yes, I want to see your marketing. I just want to see what's going on in my neighborhood. Yeah, keep me posted. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. So anyway, I was like, did I really send that? What?
Yeah. What was that?
It was funny, but it was great because he didn't reply to my other messages. So, and then all of a sudden he did to that one, that the way it was worded in kvCORE, it was great because it was like, hey, I've been out there in your neighborhood. I was thinking about you. Would you like to see my, I can send you updated marketing, information about your neighborhood. And he was like, yes.
It's awesome. Do not overthink this, people. So for all of you Buffini people that have been told to make a database and then you kind of put one together and then you really haven't done much with it, maybe you send out a newsletter occasionally. And I mean, I see all your heads shaking. I know we were told to do this. And I'm like, I just haven't done. Just put it together and just put them on that sphere. We don't have to show you anything else. If Julie can get somebody who was ghosting her to respond to her, I will have 30 of you guys going, oh my gosh, that was great. And then it's just going to roll. So yeah, what else does it do then? I mean, that's just one email.
Yeah, that's one email. I want to quickly say, I'll share my screen again. A lot of people are scared to make that. Oh, it's going to be awkward. I don't want to start that conversation. There's a lot of agents in our group and some we don't talk to as often as others because they're out doing their own thing. They were so happy that I just checked in on them, and you're going to get the same results from your sphere. So don't be intimidated. Send this thing out and you'll be happy to see how excited people are to hear from you.
Paul and I had so much fun yesterday reading all the responses.
Yeah.
We're like, I haven't talked to that agent for like 6 months. Oh, it's good to hear from her. It's like, so they do read our emails.
And it is genuine. That's the other thing, is I genuinely wanted to check in with you guys, and you're doing the same thing. You're just doing it in mass quantities, but it's written genuinely. You're coming from a good place. It's not that salesy thing that people are trying to avoid out there. You've got the right intentions with this.
Yes. Yeah. We're not sending this to a bunch of people you don't know. You're sending this to your sphere. And yeah. So yeah, you got that. That's the very first email. And then you've got a text.
Yes. Then it creates tasks for you as well, saying, hey, you sent this email to this person. Don't forget to check in on them at a later point. And when you log into kvCORE, that task will pop up automatically on your homepage when it's due. But then moving forward, yeah, then they're going to get a text from you. And that text, again, I'll read it in case you can't see. Just wanted to check in and ask if you saw my monthly real estate market report. We're going to show you how to add people to that market report here in a second. Did you find it helpful? If not, let me know and we'll get the right information so you can have it. I try to send it out about once a month. Thank you. Next email, referral request. Thanks for visiting my site. Are you considering selling your home? If you want, we'd be happy to prepare you an even more in-depth market analysis so you can see what a buyer might pay in today's market. Regards. Short and sweet, like it's written by a real person.
Yeah. But yeah, this goes for how many days?
So yeah, I think Todd, we calculated it goes, an impression is sent every about 20 to 22 days and it goes on for 990 days.
So you just put everyone you know into this. And then as they interact with you, I'm not going to go too in depth, but certain things they do on your site, if they start looking at houses, they'll get automatically converted into a buyer lead and the system will create what they've been looking at. And it will put them into a different automatic campaign that's a little more buyer-esque and kind of warm them up and kind of move them forward a little bit. I mean, this thing's extremely smart. You don't have to do that. It does it automatically, but you got to start with people. without anyone in here, this again is not going to do any good for you. But once you got your database in here, let it start percolating and warming people up and helping you get back talking to people. Again, Stacy and I, we've got some pretty exciting things we're going to do now that we can finally get together again. I think we're past the craziness. We've got some pretty exciting classes we're going to be teaching, but our main thing is going to be talking about what you do with a friend. What do you do with a friend? And there's certain things you do with friends, which are stay in touch with them, send them birthday cards, ask them how they're doing. That's all this thing is. It helps you stay in touch with your friends. And I mean, most of us have clients, and when our clients, by the time they close, you're what? You're friends. So again, put everyone you know into this system and start touching base with people and letting people know what's going on. And they'll reach out to you. Like we just had 80 people reach out to Paul yesterday going, it's good to hear from you. I'd like to have your marketing report. It was awesome. Okay, let's show them some more.
Yeah, of course. So I quickly missed a couple questions. Katie Markman, do you have to have an active Facebook business page to post it on Facebook? So you have to have an active Facebook profile because you have the option to post on a profile page or a business page, but you have to have one of those, which I guess you have to have a Facebook profile to start everything. Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to put on Facebook, obviously you don't have to have Facebook.
True. And Ray, have you covered how to share, attach the market report? Not yet. That's going to be the next topic. We're going to show you more of these campaigns first. And Rocio, another great question. Yes, you can create custom campaigns or edit to tweak the existing campaigns slightly.
Yeah, all this
and I believe
easily tweaked.
And I believe I did see some Spanish campaigns back there. So that's another option, Rocio. I know you're a Spanish speaker, so that could be very helpful.
And Rick, yes, it can be posted to both personal and to business.
Yeah, there's just a menu when you there's a drop-down menu where you select where you want to post those listings. Okay, so before we move on to the market reports and the other things, I just want to show a couple of other campaigns.
Yeah, just
so
a
you
few
can
more.
see what kind of stuff is back here. And Todd, looking at our notes, we wanted to show the default lead buyer. So we'll pull up that one here, which is, I'm probably
we wanted the 12-month one, or that buyer nurture 1-year campaign.
There it is. Yep. Thank you.
So yeah, this is for, someone who's mentioned they'd like to buy, but maybe they're not quite ready. So you haven't done a presentation. You haven't, they're just like, I'd like to buy, but I'm not really ready. I've got to clean up my credit, or I don't even, someone who's a renter and needs to be a buyer. You can put them on this.
So first email, how to find motivated sellers. Hi, just a quick tip that might help you find properties with motivated sellers. If you go to my website, the URL is included, and do a search, you can put the word motivated in the keyword box and see all properties where the term motivated is showing up in the MLS remarks for a listing. I'd also be happy to run a direct search for these properties and send you the link if you want. Let me know. Then it goes on to the generic information just to keep them thinking about real estate. Starter home and investment property. This one's a little longer, but
Yeah, you don't have to read the whole thing. Just show them that, yeah, you got that. You got fixer-upper mortgages. You've got rent versus buy. So it's just overall general real estate information. Again, we're trying to drive them to your website. And Paul and I thought, oh, that's really cool. I didn't know you could actually do motivated. I mean, maybe people want to play around and go, I'm looking for a deal. We're all like, there's no deals out there. You go play on the website and put in motivated and see what you come up with. Maybe they'll come up with something that, you know, a seller is ready to jump. But we've got a year's worth of nice little emails from you and text messages just to kind of keep that person interested until they're like, hey, I'm really interested in doing something, and they'll reach out to you.
And I'll do a quick shout out to Stephen McClinton on the call. I know you mentioned a lot of your friends are starting to get into this idea of buying a home. They're younger individuals. This would be a perfect drip campaign to get them started on, just to give them general info and let them know you're in the business as you get started.
So Vicky asked about open rate. I don't think there's an overall graph saying here's your open rate, but if you go to the individual clients, there's a timeline and it shows everything that's ever happened. And I believe that shows, I know it shows when it's sent. I'm not, does it show if it was opened or not, Paul? Have you noticed?
I haven't noticed because I had an issue with my imports, so that's another story.
Okay, so I'll take a look and see if it actually says opened or not. I haven't played with that.
Good question. Yeah, we'll find out. So do we want to take a look at a couple more smart campaigns?
I don't want to keep people too long, but what were the other ones we had?
So
I like the open house. We wanted to show them
Yeah.
the open house, and we'll have to save this for another one, but use the actual app, the open house app. Take your iPad or computer and use the app. They'll actually sign on instead of, you know, the handwritten your name and your information that they have to sign. Hey, please, the seller would like to know who's coming through their house, fill this out. It's an app, and they put in their information in the app, and they can click a box that says working with an agent, not working with an agent. So if they're working with an agent, nothing will happen. They won't get these automated responses. But if they say not working with an agent, put their information in here, they're going to get an automatic text message from you and an email from you, and they're already in the system automatically. And it sounds really good. So showing that first open house, like within 4 hours, they get a text message from you. It's like, that's really one of the #1 problems with agents is we don't get back to people very quickly. We're like, you know, when should I call them? When should I don't want to harass. It's just going to do it. Just let it do it.
Yeah, and you get notified when they respond. I mean, it's so easy. You can't fail.
So yeah, what's the text say?
So it says, hello there. It was a pleasure meeting you at the open house. Feel free to text me here anytime if I can help in any way. In the meantime, can I set you up for automated property alerts from our site so you don't miss any any solid deals? That's great. You don't even have to tweak these.
Yeah.
And then the email, same thing. See, I think you guys are getting the idea here.
They're getting it. They're well written. Again, you can tweak these things, but just plug it in, start running with it. And down the road, if you want to tweak and play, great. But don't wait until things are perfect. It's like, no, that's not exactly what. Doesn't have to be exactly. Just it does work. So a couple of things here.
Yeah.
Where'd I go?
I can answer.
The name of the app is the Open House app. And on the main page of kvCORE in the top corner, it says download the Open House app, or you can just go to iOS, the Apple Store or Google Play or whatever they're called, and just say kvCORE Open House app. So it's an actual app. But in your account, kvCORE at the top, it says download the app. We're definitely going to show the birthday campaigns because I love this thing.
Yeah.
And we will give you a quick overview of how to assign a campaign to a contact. We have not shown that, so you did not miss that.
Stephen, it's a slow process. You have to take the time to create your database. And there's a whole section on that, on how to find your list, create your list, tag people. So we'll sync up after class. I'll send you the link to that video. I think that covers everybody.
Yeah, I think we got caught up.
Okay, perfect.
So again, a ton of campaigns back there. So you could really drill, like Julie was saying, she wanted to kind of tweak people and put them on things. Get everyone into one and then go through, maybe tweak some people onto some things that are maybe more appropriate for them, because there's really a lot of different things back there.
There are. And to elaborate on that, I think now's a perfect time to show you how to add somebody to one of those market reports. So are we all good to move forward?
I think so, yes.
Okay, perfect. So you sent out one of the campaigns. Hey, I send out a monthly market report. Someone responds and says, that sounds great. I would love to be on your report. Send that to me. That is a perfect opportunity to give that person a phone call and reach out, connect with them and say, what areas would you like to see? I can create a custom report, or I can send you my generic report, Denver metro area, whatever you'd like to see. So how do you actually generate that report?
Hey, Paul,
Say,
let's interrupt.
Yep.
So I don't,
Sure.
little pop-ups. We will send everything out to everyone that we have talked about today. So we will re-upload how to do your basic profile, because I know there's people who haven't done it. We will upload how to upload your CR or your database. So yeah, we'll get everything back to you guys again in a follow-up email. Won't leave it.
And I'll take the time. I'll even take the time to point out the Agent Quick Start. Click Agent Quick Start. Everything we're reviewing is right there. There's videos for everything, but we'll send it to you. So back to my contacts. Paul Lathrop is a contact in here, and he wants to be added to my market report. So as soon as this is done loading here.
While that's loading, I just want to throw this out, and for those who are watching the video when it's recorded, if you send a text message to yourself, I want to see how this works. And you go in here and you hit the text, send text. Maybe you're like an open house and you're like, I want to see what that text message looks like. I'm going to pretend like I'm the buyer and I'm going to fill out the open house thing. Because we are in this system, you're going to get the text and then you're going to want to respond to it. Oh, this is really cool. When you respond to your own text, you're going to get a little message from kvCORE that says you can't respond to your own text because of the lead routing system that this uses. So if you want to practice, test it, see how this works, send it to your spouse, your kids, someone who's not already a member. Obviously, if they're a contact, that's perfect, but you don't want to send it to yourself because we are kvCORE users. That it doesn't work the same as it would with a contact. So just want to throw that out. We've had a few people play with the open house app and say, it doesn't work. You can't do it with yourself or anyone else in KV. Kathy Harder can't send something to Steve Harder. They're both in kvCORE. So you're going to get a little error message, but that won't happen with someone outside of a user.
Verified. We've tested it multiple times.
Yep.
And
It all works great.
All
Okay.
right. This is an example of what you see when you pull up a client's information. So going back to Vicky's question, you can kind of see what's been sent and just the overall history. But setting the scene again, Paul Lathrop wants to be added to my market report. And so over here on the right-hand side, you'll see Paul is already set up on a Parker and Highlands Ranch market report. So you can create multiple market reports. And it's as easy as clicking the add button, typing in the location, and there is a nuance we want to point out. So if you type in Highlands Ranch, and hopefully my autofill doesn't cause problems for me. Okay, you'll see there's area Highlands Ranch, neighborhood Highlands Ranch. And then the big one that you want to look out for, city Highlands Ranch. We've found that if you select the city, that is going to pull all of the listings within the city of Highlands Ranch. Because if you choose neighborhood Highlands Ranch, sometimes the data isn't tagged as a neighborhood listing. And so the search criteria isn't quite the same. So if you're entering generic cities, be sure to select city. And once I select the city of Highlands Ranch, I can choose the frequency of which Paul will receive these reports: 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, or 28 days. Click on add. And then you just have to remember to click the send now button. And then we'll see a little action over here. Maybe I do have a Highlands Ranch one already set up, so that could be an issue. But it will show that you sent the market report for Highlands Ranch, just like it does down here, to Paul Lathrop. So what do these market reports look like? They're pretty slick. So this is the email that I just sent to my contact, Paul Lathrop. Market report for Highlands Ranch. 338 homes for sale in the last 30 days. 173 are new to the market. Pretty cool. And you can do multiple reports. Keep that in mind. Questions, concerns?
And then they can click on that, right? And get more information at your website.
Yep. Everything is clickable. They can reach you, learn more. Everything points back to you. If they click on listings, it's going to take you to your website again. So again, I'm back at my website. You'll see up here, my URL. Everything is done under your portal. So it all points back to you.
Hey, Paul.
Yes, Andy. Hey, Andy.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Good to see you.
It makes sense to me that when you upload all of your database, that if you know their address, you should probably pick their neighbor or their city as you're uploading them. So that way you can send market reports to everybody easily.
Correct.
You,
yeah,
like
absolutely.
when you initially upload everybody.
Yep. So when you do the initial import, there's all kinds of things like that. You want to make sure all of your data is clear, like address, birthday. Then kvCORE will automatically pull that information in. But maybe you have someone who wants to move into a specific territory. Maybe they're relocating from Highlands Ranch to Parker. We just want to point out that you can pull specific areas. But you're exactly right.
And this market report doesn't, this is not a search. Like if you want to send them home specific. So Rick was saying, can you do square footage? So this is just a market report. This is kind of general what's going on. But for those who are active buyers, just like in the MLS, you can set them up on, I want a 4-bedroom, 2,500 square foot. You can set that all up through your website, the actual website, and you can send them new listings and all that kind of stuff as quick as they come to the market. So it can act just like the MLS acts. And again, pointing them back to your website. So market report, overview, kind of what's happening, pinpoint, I'm a buyer, I want X, you can put that in. That's a whole different system, but it's all part of kvCORE, and that's just part of your website.
And maybe we'll do another class on search alerts. That's what those are called, Rick. If you search that link I sent you, type in search alerts, and there's a quick overview on how to set those up.
Okay, is this system only pulling out of RE Colorado? Or is it pulling out of PPAR, RE Colorado, IRIS?
Yes,
Your-
PPAR, IRES, RE
Everything.
Colorado, and a few others. I
Correct
think.
answer, Paul.
All of them. I'm in all of them. Yeah.
I played with it. I played with it when it was first released, but I couldn't remember if I was seeing PPAR listings.
Yes.
And since I'm kind of down here.
Yep, we're in PPAR. And so this is not a campaign, Carrie. This is anyone can be set up a market report. That's outside an automated system. So maybe you just want to put in yourself. You could go in and just say, I want to send a campaign to myself. We just had Stephen do that for himself.
I've noticed one big thing, that there's a lot of double listings in RPR or in in Denver and PPARs, same listings. I did
Yeah,
it.
yeah, we have agents that are putting them in both systems. Yeah.
And yeah, Carrie, you can add it, like Todd said, to any contact. And all you would do is just click on their name, and then under active campaigns, I'm sorry, not active campaigns. We're
No, it's not a
talking,
campaign. No.
yeah, we're talking about market reports,
Yeah.
which I don't know why this is not an option, probably because this email address was fake. That was a bad example.
Yeah.
That email address bounced. So on the right-hand side, you're looking at market reports, click add for anyone.
Yep. And then while you're there, and you just showed active campaigns. So we showed that we have the sphere and all those things. If you properly build your database prior to ever importing, you're coming from Buffini, Top Producer, Excel spreadsheet, and you've got it really dialed in, you're going to want to watch how to, and they'll do it for you. You want to put as much information as possible and upload it at the right time with the campaign ready to go as the right prospect lead, all that good stuff. That's a whole nother video to watch. If you do that properly, you won't have to add people to stuff. But let's just say you're new, or your database is on paper, and you're going to add 5 people a day by hand. You go in, you type them in, and you get to this page that Paul's looking at. And so far you got their name, address, email, and phone number in here. And you're like, oh, I want to add them to my prospect campaign that we showed you earlier that people are getting leads on. You're here at Paul, you haven't done anything. We're going to now show you how to add them to one of those campaigns we showed you, Sphere, Buyer, 12-month program, any of those. Show them how to do that, Paul.
Yeah, and it's very similar to the market report. So in the client profile over on the right, you'll see active campaigns. There's nothing happening. So all you have to do is click add, select the campaign of your choice, and it's going to pull the list of active campaigns that you have available to you right now. We're going to elaborate on that. How do you add new campaigns to that? We'll talk about that in a second. You just choose the campaign of your choice, hit add, and then we'll see in action. And I just want to quickly say, did you guys see, I clicked on this link from the market report and it showed me what listing Paul Lathrop clicked on from the market report I just sent. I didn't even know that it did that. That's pretty cool.
And it's now building a profile of Paul, and we'll start sending Paul emails from you of homes like this in that area, in that price range.
Pretty slick. So adding more campaigns. So we've added them to default homeowner sphere, but maybe there's another campaign that we want to add them to, and it's not showing up in this drop-down menu. Keep in mind, kvCORE has a whole separate area for campaigns. So all you would need to do is go back to that section we were looking at earlier under Smart Campaigns. So we're under Marketing, Smart Campaigns. And then this is where you can toggle on or off the different campaigns. So if you're not seeing a campaign back there in the drop-down menu, it's because it's not toggled on. And to take that one step further, there are even more campaigns back here under the kvCORE library. We won't spend too much time. We don't want to overwhelm you.
Yeah, this is not a training.
Yeah.
What you're going to do is you're going to go to that quick start and you're going to go, I need to learn about smart campaigns. And you're going to have to spend 15 minutes learning. It's really not that difficult, but there's a ton of stuff in the campaigns and then templates. Campaigns are a series. Okay. Campaigns are a bunch of templates put together in a series with a time frame. A template is one email. Maybe you got one guy, one gal, I need to send something to them. I just met them, and well, you could just go right in here and find a real quick email to send to someone. Oh, look at that. Did you see that, Paul?
I do. I see a bunch of them.
So I'm building out, for those of you that have used Stacy's templates, when we have a client go under contract or a seller go under contract, and we do the whole, here's your CMA. Now here's a copy of your listing. I'm building that all out as a campaign. So you're just going to say, campaign, I got a new client who's under contract. kvCORE doesn't have any. kvCORE is about lead gen, not about managing your transaction, because that's so personal. You guys all do different things for managing your transactions. You'll see it does say stuff in there, but all it says is for you to do a task.
Well, thank you, Stacy.
What's that?
Thank you, Stacy.
So yeah, we got that. We're working on this. It's a lot of information to put in there and get tweaked for you guys, but I think it'd be really helpful for y'all.
See, I think that
Market reports real quick. One of the things I noticed on the website was the market reports. If you keep scrolling down far enough, you get some localized market reports. Really a nice thing to have on the website, I think.
You're talking in the templates?
No, on the website.
Oh, on the website. Yes. Yes.
I'm with you. Different areas. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time here. It's 3. We wanted to let you guys
Okay.
go by 3.
Well, they'll sign off as they need to sign off. We need to at least show them the birthday thing, because I think it was Andy. He's like, I want to see the birthday thing. Because if anything, guys, this is the simplest thing. I don't want to put anyone on prospect. I don't want to do a darn thing for anyone. I don't want to be a salesperson. I don't want to be a friend. At least just put them on the birthday campaign, because Facebook is real nice, doing a thumbs up, happy birthday. But literally, when there's 150 or 2,000 people saying happy birthday to you on Facebook, it's like, do you actually notice everyone who says happy birthday? This is just one step more. And I'm liking it. Stacy and I are pretty good, like I said, at sending you guys birthday cards. I've put you all on this just because I like it, because you guys actually, it's a nice text message that goes to you. I tweaked it a little bit. We're not going to show you how to tweak it. We'll show you how it works. Tweaked it a little bit, but then you guys actually text me back and go, oh, this is what I'm doing for the day. I'm like, oh, this is really, it gives me a reason to talk to you guys. And again, that's what we want you doing with your clients and your friends, is just a reason to actually talk. When you do it on Facebook, no one's talking, no one reaches back out. It's just happy birthday, and you're one of the 200 people that did it. Sending a text and an email, it's a little more personal. Note, a birthday card would be wonderful, but this is the bare minimum, and it's a plug and play. It's plug and play. So this is the birthday greeting you can get sent out. It's just ready to go. Can you get a new picture? You bet. Can you change the wording? You bet. Just get it going and fix that later. But nice little, what's it say, Paul? I can't read it. It's too small.
Yeah, it says, happy birthday. It's your day. I hope today is filled with celebration, your favorite things, and your favorite people. Thank you for being with us here at Equity Colorado. Reach out anytime for help. And of course, I think the agent ones are slightly different.
Yeah, I tweaked that for you guys.
Yeah.
The one that goes to your clients says, something like, and if there's anything I can help you with in the real estate industry, please let me know, or something like that. But tweak it however you want if you need to, but just let it run, and then show them the little text message.
Yeah, and I was just remembering, was that under lead engine? I think it's under lead engine.
No.
Where is that section again, Todd? Is it market? It's marketing. That's where it is. Birthdays and anniversaries.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are your options. So the generic birthday text, it says, just wanted to say happy birthday. Hope it's a great one. Are you doing anything fun? By the way, text me back at my personal number, 303-854-8304. I added that, so it's a specific text response number. But yeah.
And the reason, so some of you have gotten text messages from us already, and you all got one yesterday from me. And the reason I put in, please respond to my personal number is what I just told you guys here 10 minutes ago. If you respond to that text message, it's just going to get into the system and won't come back to us because we're all part of this lead router kvCORE thing. And so it won't come back to me because you guys are in the system. Yes, this text message goes to your clients. They can just text right back. It goes back to you. But because we're all in the same little group, it doesn't work. So that's why Paul and I are putting in text me back to my cell phone. Not to mention, then you guys really know it's me, and I'm not asking for you to go down the street, go get me some gift cards because I'm not showing property. No, that's not me. When you guys get those text messages, I got a text message from you asking for you to buy me gift cards. That wasn't me. That was a spam. And Paul, that's not really where we wanted to show them. You're going to confuse them by showing them that. You want to show.
Oh, I thought we were showing how to change birthday message. I'm sorry.
No, we just want to show them where that birthday message truly is. It's part of the CRM.
I'm with you. Do you mean adding somebody, making sure they're set up to receive these?
Well, no, I mean, it's under marketing. All marketing, or
Isn't that where I just was?
no, where we had our my templates, the templates and my templates and kvCORE templates.
So that was smart campaigns. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sorry, smart campaigns.
Oh, you're okay.
So it's under templates.
I'm with you. There's a couple different places to access it.
Well, that's where you don't access them at that other place. We can go through that and show you again, but this is where you would go in. So type in birthday. So the happy birthday email is the very top one. And if you wanted to change it, there's instructions how to do it. You end up cloning this thing, which means copying it, and then you can edit. That way you don't ever ruin the original. So you'll have this edit, and then you can tweak that edit a little bit and put something in there. That other page where Paul is at was where you would then go and point to this email versus the first email. We don't need to get into that. All you need to know is right now, the birthday greetings are great. They look awesome. And if you need to tweak them, there's instructions that we can go over at a later time. But I don't want to confuse you guys. That the greetings are good to go the way they are. But how do you add them to your clients? Again, if you do an upload of your entire database, so that's for the savvy people that already have databases and have these uploaded. And again, it's very simple, but you have to have the database and you have to have their birthday, and it has to be in the correct way. It's got to be month, day, year. If you have that and you have it uploaded, either you do it or KV does it, it's still free. Well, that video or that link, if you have that uploaded as a group, everyone will be automatically enrolled in the birthday and anniversary greeting. If there's an anniversary that you have in there for like a home purchase or something. If I've got a piece of paper again, I'm going to add 5 people a day and slowly grow my database. And we'll go back to Paul Meininger's contact. When you go into his contact, you can add the birthday and you'll toggle send email text. Again, if it's a group upload, it's already toggled, but if you do this one by one, you have to toggle it yourself. And looks like Paul's catching up with me here.
There might be a delay on my screen share, so let me know if that's the case.
Yeah, we're there. Yeah,
Okay.
I can now see, I can't see your person, but
Oh, I was going to add a new contact to showcase this.
no, let's just show your birthday.
Okay. So under profile details,
There's
So-
a toggle.
yep, there's the toggle, on or off. And it will be defaulted to on if you import your contacts with a birthday. Otherwise, if you manually enter one new contact at a time, that's what Todd's saying, is you just have to click that button on.
And a good way to test this is put yourself in, put your birthday in, and make your birthday tomorrow. Try it out and see if you get a text message. That's what I did, and it worked. So, questions?
I'll stop the screen share so we can see you guys. You guys still awake over there?
We've gone over a lot of stuff. I mean, again, this was not a how-to, it's a what. What does it do and why should I be doing this? And how's it going to help me? And truly, if you put people in it and you put them on a campaign, you will start getting more business and you'll start having more connections. There's also underneath the market report, there's a seller's report. You can click on that button and you can send a seller's report to a current listing and keep them apprised of what's going on in the market. It's similar to the market report, but it's a little more geared towards the seller. So, I mean, play with this thing. We'll keep doing classes and keep doing things like this so that you guys can learn. I'm trying not to go like technical because that's what all these classes are. I mean, they're a help desk with all the pre-made videos. We'll take you step by step by step. But I have noticed we have just under 300 agents. We've had 80 of you log in, just log in, only 80. And of those 80, we've had 4 people complete the startup program, which takes about an hour in watching video. You guys have been here with me for an hour and 11 minutes. I just know people don't like to sit here by themselves watching how to do it. So we'll just keep doing these and slowly get you guys there. But I want to congratulations to Carrie Schmidt because you did watch the whole thing. I saw your name in there that you watched the whole startup. I don't know who else has done it. So if you've done it, great. But Paul did it. I did it. That's about it. It's not, I mean, it's take little bits, but we'll keep bringing this stuff to you. Upload your database. So what are we going to be able to send them on uploading the database, Paul? Just kvCORE stuff?
Yeah, I can link you guys to the Agent Quick Start, and there's a help article with videos. And I think, yeah, it wasn't included in the links I sent, but we will send out a recap with that information on importing database.
It really is easy, but you have to have something to start with. If you have nothing to start with, if you, like I said, you don't have a properly Excel spreadsheet or you've just got your day planner that you've been sending people birthday greetings out of, just start adding 5 people a day and put them on that sphere prospect, right? That's the campaign, Paul, sphere prospect that Julie already got business off of and that you had 80, 90 people respond to you on.
It was Sphere. Yep. Sphere tagged as buyers.
Just put them on that campaign and and don't even think about it. But like, I don't know if don't even think about it. Just do it.
Even if it's a mistake, it's an opportunity to tell that person what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, you were in my neighborhood. Well, yeah. It didn't say yesterday. It said I was in your area showing homes. It could have been a year ago, but I was in your area. I mean, what's your area? Colorado. That's my area. That's where we're licensed. So I know people are going to get hung up on it. Why wasn't showing houses? Don't get hung up on that stuff. This is just a way to reach out and say hi to people. So don't overthink it. Questions that we can answer that are not too technical. And please, there is a help desk. We are not the help desk. We just play with this and see things that we think are really cool and are trying to bring it to you guys. But their help desk is really good if you need something in depth. I probably spend 45 minutes a day on the help desk with them, asking them questions. I mean, I'm digging into this that much. So they're pretty helpful.
It's the little blue pop-up button down here.
Yeah, you can put your basic information in there and sometimes it will answer it and go, oh, I just need to watch this video. Most of the questions I ask them, I have to sit there and wait for 20, 25 minutes for them to come back and give me the answer and how to do it. But we're learning a lot. So, hi, Nancy. Nancy popped in. Carter, that is. Questions? You guys can unmute yourself if you have a question, Crystal.
I have a question. I think part of my delay in starting this was because I'm in one-to-one coaching with Buffini. And I've done the programs and I do all the monthly items of value and all of that. So could we have maybe a separate call on how do we either switch from Buffini to kvCORE, or do we do both? Do we merge them? Do we take certain parts that we use for kvCORE and then certain parts that we use with Buffini? Because I feel like that might be helpful.
Yeah, and I've had the same conversation with a few other people that are on one-to-one coaching. And my recommendation is, one, your coach, and this is helpful for everyone, your coach wants his stats because he's got certain things, requirements that he's holding you accountable to, which everyone here should be accountable to somebody. So you're held accountable to him, do this, do this, do that. And it's easy to give him the numbers through their system. That's what it's created for. It's easy to do it that way. What Buffini doesn't do well is it doesn't have automated campaigns. It is not synchronized with the website. It does not, it's a nice reminder of who you're supposed to call and stay in touch with. That's about it. I would put every single person you've got into kvCORE, and you've probably got your people broken down a little bit better than some others. So you might have your prospects, you might have your A buyers and your prospects of sellers. You might be able to segregate people a little better and get them a little more exacting information that they want. But I'd get them in there because I don't care how good any of us are. We don't stay in touch with people as well as we should. If we did, we wouldn't need coaches and we'd all be making $500,000 a year if we all did what we were supposed to do. We don't. We get busy. We start showing somebody houses and a birthday goes by and I'll catch up with that next year. Or I met somebody at a party and he kind of dropped that someday I'd like to buy, and you got some information and then you're like, I didn't follow up for a few days. Now I feel stupid to call them out of the blue. Just put everyone in the system and let it kind of do these nice soft warm touches and run both of them side by side until you decide what you think is the best for your business. I'm guessing it's going to be kvCORE, but for your coaching, he likes his system so that he has his numbers. I told a couple other people that are doing the coaching that if you just wrote down what you really did, I did my 10 Popeyes, I did my 30 calls on it. That's what he really wants. That's the key. But I would definitely put everyone in kvCORE. I mean, I love the system. I halfway tempted to put our contacts back in here and start selling again. It's really awesome. It's a good way to stay in touch with people.
Right. I guess it makes me wonder, like, do we still need the coaches? And we pay a lot of money for the coaches, and that also includes all the monthly mailers and the Popeye tags and the budgets and, all of that. But does it come to a point where we don't need that? And then we're saying,
I mean, coaching and systems are two different things. I mean, you can have a great system, but that this is keeping things warm for you. But if we're not still knocking on doors, meaning Popeyes, and if we're not still picking up the phone and talking to people, then this isn't going to do it. This will not sell houses for you, but this will help cultivate those relationships and remind people that you are existing, and hopefully remind you that you're supposed to be calling them too. So if you're someone, most of us need someone to kind of give us a little push to do the things we know we're supposed to do. And if you're at a place where you can actually afford to have someone push you, I think it's a good thing. I mean, there's several people in here who have been coaches in different areas of life, whether it's sales or sports or whatever. And I mean, coaches are awesome. If you don't have a coach for real estate, get a coach for something, because we all need a little push.
Good question.
What other
Hey,
questions?
I have a quick question, if that's okay.
Julie.
Yeah, so I was looking at the campaigns and I went to one because I realized that all of mine are toggled off, I guess. And I was looking at default contract renter because, you know, if I was like trying to find one to send out to renters to add them to that campaign. But I toggled it on and then I want to just view what the emails are, but it said I can't, it just says when I click on view, it just says this campaign cannot be edited, but I'm not trying to edit it. I'm just trying to view it
Did
to see if
you-
I want to add somebody to that.
Not seeing it up, you know, right, what you're seeing right now, can you clone it? Does it say clone?
It actually does say I cannot, no, it says action task, weekly check-in. And I just can't, yeah, when I click view, it just says close. It's the only thing I can do.
Can you pull that up real quick, Paul? Share screen. And we'll take a look.
So I'm in marketing under smart campaigns.
Yep.
And then I just clicked on, oh, what's the default contract renter one? Oh, it does at the top say clone campaign. I see that up there.
Okay, so
Now that
you're gonna probably clone it and then you can click on the edit button and then you can read everything.
Yeah, and we'd have to see which tab you're on here.
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Let me go back.
If it's a campaign, then you're under the library. If it's a template, it's under the.
Yeah,
template.
I'm just under the library, the basic, my campaigns, the basic ones. Yeah. And then I went to default contract renter. It was like 5 or
Oh.
keep going down.
Here.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could do active renter. Let's see. But then view it. Yeah.
I see. So this is a task. This is a reminder task for you.
Okay.
So
So-
yeah, and I had mentioned that earlier that's why I'm building that campaign with Stacy's emails, because the under contract seller, under contract buyer, it just says task. It doesn't even tell you what the task is. It's just telling you that you probably should be doing something every week. So this is something that needs to be customized, and that's what I'm going to build for you guys.
I see.
Yeah.
It actually does tell you the task. If you're
Oh, does
following,
it? Okay.
yeah, kvCORE standard task. This task is saying check in with contact or update contact status.
Yeah, I think does it say that every time?
Oh, yeah, you're right, Todd.
Yeah, that's
It's-
generic. Yeah.
It's reminding you to reach out to that particular person.
Yeah.
Physically, there's non-automated tasks. That's what these are versus the actual text and emails.
So yeah, when you look at, go back to the template, kvCORE library, sorry.
Oh, kvCORE, okay.
And can you blow that up a little bit, Paul, right?
Sure.
Where it says, there we go, channels. If you look at the channels, you'll see text, connect, call, email, task. Okay, that's great. It's got all kinds of stuff going on there. But if you go down to like default campaign for transfer leads, task, it's just, these are kind of things that you'd set up for yourself. You probably don't have that many transfer leads. So this is just telling you, go ahead and make some tasks for yourself, some follow-up for yourself. But yeah, if it only says task, there's not a lot of automation going on. The automation is when you have connect, call, email, text, all that stuff is where it's totally built out for you.
I see. Cool. Thanks.
And then Dick, Armbruce is just one of our databases, so that we have.
Oh yeah, specific to me.
Yeah. Other questions?
I just saw the text from Dick. Yeah.
Oh. I think that's all we got.
Oh, we've got more, but we'll see.
Well, we got more. We'll do another one next week. I mean, we had a good turnout, so we'll do another one next week. And I think there's a few things we might not have gone over. Well, there's a ton we haven't gone over, but a few more easy things that we can go over. And then the more we see you guys actually in it with contacts in there, then we can get a little more refined on stuff and not be just high level looking down, but we can actually go do this once you have people in there. We can get even a little more specific with you.
Yeah, listing and buyer presentations is another thing coming up. So
Yeah,
stay by.
we had that on the list today. I'm like, oh, we're not going to get to that, but it's
Yeah.
got if you want to do a buyer presentation, listing presentation, market report, I mean, a whole CMA with comparables and everything, you can do it all in here, and you can send an actual market report / presentation to a client, and it's all web-based, and they can like click little buttons and do stuff with it, and it's your listing presentation online. And then again, it's connected to your site, and they can go back into, I mean, it's got some cool features. And then we can talk about what boosting means. You know, if you want to spend a couple bucks boosting a listing, or nosy neighbors. I'm demoing, they have a what do you call it? Social media presence. And I know some of our agents do it because you see certain people that have consistent web or consistent Facebook messages about, what do you think about this dining room? And what do you think, you know, and you're like, I don't think she really wrote that. You know, you see that kind of marketing. Well, for $49 a month, and I just signed up this morning, I haven't even got logged in. It will do that types of posting for your Facebook page that lets people know you're in the business. It takes information from 12 or 16 different sites so that it's very different. They guarantee that no one else in our area has the same stuff. So you're not going, I just saw that on Eileen Kitco's website. That looks, I mean, so it looks more personal. It's $49 a month. So I'm going to try it for a few months, see if this thing looks like, so I can tell you what it does, and see if, again, if people click on it. Because I do see people posting on their Facebook page things that are from other not companies, but from other sites. But when you click on that, it just takes them to that other site, and now you've lost anyone playing on your Facebook page and going to your website. So this looks like it's more integrated into your world, into your website, and you can say how many days a week you want it to be posted. You can say, do you want it to do all types of holidays? Are there some holidays you want to exclude? Do you want to exclude all? Do you want to include all? I mean, you can do all kinds of different stuff with it. So I'll let you guys know what that does, but we're playing with this stuff and trying to stay ahead of the curve of what all it does. So upload databases, or go one by one and just add 5 people a day. I'm looking at a very good friend of mine, just upload 5 people a day and put them on the sphere. Just put, and then, you know, 3-4 months from now, I just want you guys coming back and going, oh my, I mean, what if you sold just one more house this year? One more house. This doesn't cost you anything. We're paying for it. And at our prices, and an average of $600,000, that's $24,000. If I can make each one of you $24,000 more this year, how awesome would that be? What if this does 5 more deals a year? I just made you $100,000 more. For some of these people, you're brand new to the business. You'd be ecstatic with $100,000 your first year. So start building your database.
And spread the word. Rose just brought an agent to equity specifically by mentioning kvCORE. And we want to help you guys grow your business. That's what this is all about. That's why we did this. Thanks for the great message, Mike.
And why am I pushing this? Because our executives are freaking out that we have spent this kind of money, and we've got the highest percentage of people on kvCORE because we're using it. We like it. We've got 30% of our office in DTC. As a company, we're less than 15%. This thing is, it's the biggest expenditure we've ever made. It's ridiculous. I'm like, really? We're doing this? So now they're freaking out going, oh, if people don't use this and they don't actually grow their businesses, why do we do this? So I want to make sure you guys are growing your business so that we're like, oh, this was a good investment in you guys. I mean, that's the investment. It's in you. So if you do better, then it was a smart investment. If you guys don't do any better and it's not useful, then it's like, well, that wasn't a very smart use of our money, which is your money. I mean, you guys pay us and then we reinvest it in what we think is the best stuff for you guys. So use it, tell people about it, make some money, make some friends. I'm out of here.
Mic drop.
We'll
So
be
good to
back
see you
next
all.
Thursday. It's good seeing you, Dick. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and real quick, sales meeting, virtual sales meeting next week, Wednesday, Facebook group, 10 a.m. And stay tuned. We've got some good announcements for that meeting. So
Yeah.
good to see everybody.
Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's read the rest of these little things here.
Yeah, Mike had a nice comment.
Oh,
Thanks, Mike.
thanks, Mike.
Rose, glad you're loving it.
Yeah,
Carrie.
thanks, Rose.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Carrie. Steven, yes, in it hardcore, buddy.
Yep.
See you guys.
You're gonna love it. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody. Good to see you all. Have a good rest of your day.
See you, Crystal. See you in a Jude.